Fog Wrestling back again with an update on the serious condition of Don Callis. Some people speculating, some people spitting bars, some people saying on this channel that do not know that he actually did a blade job there. Turns out he didn't do a blade job because when I reviewed the show, I said there is no way he cut himself that deep. And by this article, I was right. I was correct. So let's read the article. As previously noted, Don Callis was legitimately injured during the March 29th, 2023 edition of Aew Dynamite after being punched by Jon Moxley in a backstage segment. During Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez will take his word on it this time because it's legit. I know for a fact. Provided an update on Callis. So here we go. Here's the moment of truth. In taking the bump, Don was unaware there was a lighting rig behind him. He went head first into the lighting rig and he got gashed open. Which I said in the review, I said it was as if someone took a hatchet to his forehead because I don't care what blade, what razor blade, whatever he's using, man. You could clearly see that it was deep and there was no reason for him to do that. Like, yes, we have seen in the past, like JBL and Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero cut himself far too deep. And he cut like a vein or something, didn't he, in his head? And that's why there was just blood, endless blood gushing out his dome. But to finish the rest of the tweet, he says, it was described to me as looking like he was hit with a hatchet. That's what I literally said. Allegedly, his doctor told him it was so deep that you could see his skull, bleeding everywhere. Well, if you look at the actual clip of when the Blackpool Combat Club walked away, there is blood gushing out of him. It is dripping. You can just tell when a cut's deep because, like, he's punched, right? And literally 5 seconds later, the camera and there's blood everywhere. It is dripping. It is like a river of blood all over the floor. You can just tell. It says here they took him to the hospital and he was there until 3 a.m. He was there till 3 a.m. because it took that long to put his head back together. He says that like he's Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story. He's like, oh, he's got all these different pieces. I mean, all it realistically was a few stitches. But again, not good. They could see his skull. Don Callis, he's probably going to be dealing with like a serious concussion, and he probably won't be seen on AEW anytime soon. But if this is just something that sums up how unsafe AEW. They can't even throw a fucking punch, man, without this. I get it. Accidents happen, right? But too many accidents happen in AEW. And it's always to do with Moxley, isn't it? Like the whole ring exploding and it was just awful. The fireworks show. Moxley, it's always to do with this guy. The whole CM Punk thing, the day with Moxley, him bleeding every match. He's like the only guy that bleeds in the company. And when he ain't, it's when he's battering other people and they start bleeding like Don Callis here. And it just sums it up. It says Callis is reportedly back home and resting. So yeah, I think he's probably written off TV. I mean, AEW will just turn this into an angle. Oh, the Blackpool Combat Club, they battered the Young Bucks, they tore his pec, they tore the other guy's neck, and Don Callis, brother, he's sitting dead, he's suffering. Kenny Omega, he got battered as well by me, Daniel Bryan. But as for the comments of this article, it says, Matthew Hostetter, sounds like Meltzer's trained monkey is blowing the severity of the injury out the water, but as long as it's not serious, kind of like when Meltzer said they had to scoop Shapeeta's brain out and then put it back in. Yeah, and as he said, yeah, I kind of did bury the fact that it put his head back together, but, you know, Big Brian, Alvarez, and Meltzer, they absolutely love AEW and they're paid by AEW, so they're not going to lie about the fact that Don Callis was seriously injured, but then again, they like that strong style, don't they? The big sloppy style, a big meth-headed John Moxley. That's what they love. They love Big John. But Big John almost knocked out Don Callis forever. I mean, this could have been this could have been absolutely fucking disastrous. Like, I mean, he legit could have died with that gash. Like, is he any deeper? I could have fucking went right into his skull, through his brain. Good night. But for Don Callis, he's a lucky boy. He's a lucky man, brother. But aye, that's it, guys. We all knew that Don Callis was never a blade job, but some deluded wrestling fans out there thought it was.